Hey guys, welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome. I really hope you enjoyed today's video as well as my channel. Definitely do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Now I'm honestly so stoked because today's video is actually in collaboration with Maybelline, which is honestly just such a thrill for me because Maybelline is definitely one of my favorite drugstore brands. There are just so many products from the brand that I absolutely love and I use on an everyday basis. Today's video is basically just gonna be a one brand tutorial featuring all Maybelline products, and I created this look over here. So of course it's very affordable, and I also wanted to create a look that was very easy to recreate and was great for every day. And I also really focused on the skin today, and I showed you how I get a completely flawless complexion. So I really hope that you guys enjoy it. Definitely let me know what you thought in the comments, and let me know some of your favorite Maybelline products. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's just jump right into it. I'm actually going to start off with my base. So I'm going to first take a primer, and this is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of this stuff and just apply it where my pores are the largest, which is in like my cheek area. So I'm just gonna press the product into my skin rather than rubbing it in circular motion so that it really sinks in where I want it. Before we jump into the foundation, I actually wanna do just a little bit of color correcting. Now I definitely don't always color correct. I only really like to use color correction when I want my face to look absolutely flawless. And I do find that I am able to use almost less foundation when I put a color corrector down, just because it sort of gets rid of that unwanted color just a little bit quicker. So I feel like I don't actually have to use as much product. So for that, I'm going to use the new Master Camo Color Correcting Kit. This one is in the shade Light, but they do have two other kits that are two other shades depending on your skin tone. This one does suit my skin tone the best though. It has some concealer shades as well as a green color corrector, a peach color corrector, as well as a little highlighty shade over here. So I'm going to grab the green shade today to color correct the redness on my skin. Because green is opposite to red on the color wheel, it does cancel it out. It's just really simple color theory. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this product onto my finger. Looks like this, and then I'm just going to dot it wherever I feel like I have a lot of redness, and then I'm just going to blend it out into my skin with my finger. Now these are all creams, and the consistency of them is actually pretty thin, which I do really like, because I do find that when creams are on the thicker side, it's always a little bit more difficult to blend out. But these, as you guys are able to see, do blend out fairly easily. So now moving on to foundation, I'm gonna take my Maybelline Dream Cushion, and this one is in the shade 10. It's the lightest shade. I'm gonna grab my beauty sponge that's already dampened, and I'm just going to tap this into my skin. So you can see as soon as you apply the foundation on your skin on top of the green color corrector, it totally covers it up. It doesn't leave like a weird green tint on your skin or anything strange like that. It just completely blanks it out. So now I'm going to conceal and highlight a little bit. So I'm going to grab the yellow shade from the palette as well as the first concealer shade and sort of just like mix them together to create a little bit of a concoction on my finger. And I'm going to just apply this underneath my eyes first with my finger. And then once I have that color down underneath my eyes, I'm going to start to highlight a little bit. So I'm going to like bring it down just a touch into more of like a triangle shape to bring that highlight down, because I really want this look to be really nice and like bright-eyed. Just by bringing that concealer down a little bit, I feel like it does sort of balance the face a little bit more rather than just having all that brightness directly underneath your eye. Now, when you are using a really light concealer, you definitely don't want to just apply it underneath your eye. You sort of want to disperse the brightness and the lightness of that concealer throughout your face so that it looks nice and balanced. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that little concoction that I made. Gonna pop some on the center of my chin as well as on my Cupid's bow. I'm gonna take a little bit more, put that down at the bridge of my nose. And I'm also gonna put some in the center of my forehead. So now that my skin is looking nice and even and everything's brightened up and color corrected, we're gonna move on to the eyes. The eyes are gonna be really simple. I'm not 100% sure what I wanna do. We're sort of just gonna wing it just a little bit. But I did actually find this in my makeup collection. I haven't used this shade before, and I'm really interested to try it out. It is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Creamy Beige. It's sort of just like a matte taupe beige shade. So I'm just gonna grab this on a little synthetic brush, and then I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. I feel like this is a really nice shade because it adds a little bit of color to your eye, but also not too much, and I do like that it is matte. I'm now gonna grab just like a small little pencil brush, and I'm gonna take the same color and just apply this right onto my lower lash line. So now I'm gonna grab my Maybelline gel eyeliner in Blackest Black and a little angle brush, and I'm gonna start to create a wing on my upper lash line. I feel like my eyeliner got a little bit out of hand. Maybe I went a little bit too intense. I don't remember the last time I did such an intense wing. It is literally touching my temples. I am actually going to clean this up just a little bit using a little brush as well as some concealer from the Master Camo palette because it is not quite as sharp as I would like it. I feel like one wing is a little bit sharper than the other, but that could be easily fixed with a little bit of concealer. So I'm gonna grab this shade right over here, just load it up on my little brush. And now I'm just going to run this along the edge of my wing, and this is really gonna sharpen it up and almost highlight it a bit. And sometimes, you know, you just gotta also accept your fate and realize that your eyeliner is never gonna be twins and they are sisters. So even if they don't look exactly the same, as long as they're close enough that they look somewhat related, you're good to go. So now I'm actually going to take a little bit of some bronze eyeshadow. So this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Crayon in the shade Bronze Truffle. So it's basically the same formula of the potted Maybelline Color Tattoos, except it's in a little pencil form. And this one is just a really pretty, just like bronzy shade. And I'm going to apply this on my lower lash line. I do like a nice little pop of bronze. I think it's so pretty. So I'm gonna take another one of the crayon color tattoos. This one's in the shade Barely Beige, and it's just a really pretty highlighting shade, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my brow bone. Now you may notice that we used like a lot of creams today. It's sort of what I've been really into lately. I just feel like creams look so gorgeous and natural, and I do feel like they're pretty effortless to wear. How do you guys feel about cream products? I feel like you're either really intimidated by them or it's like your go-to. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe I should do a video just like all about my favorite cream products. Ooh, that's an idea. Let me know. Anyways, I'm also gonna be putting that on the inner corner of my eye, and you can see that adds a really nice pop of light there. So now it's time to finish up the eyes with a little bit of mascara. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot of mascara. This is the Lash Sensational. I mean, what did you guys expect? This is my favorite mascara ever. I'm just gonna load it up on my upper as well as onto my lower lashes. So I'm first going to go into my Master Contour palette, and I'm gonna grab the contour shade in here, not to contour, but to bronze instead. So I'm going to take a really big fluffy brush, just grab a little bit of this stuff, and then just basically bronze on my skin to add a little bit of warmth. So right now, I'm looking a little bit one color. So we're gonna add a little bit of definition with this stuff. I'm not going for like a harsh contour at all today. I really want it to just be really nice and bronzy and glowy, nothing too crazy, just perfect for every day. Now, as for my blush, I'm gonna go into the Master Blush Palette, and I'm going to grab the peachy shade over here. This is my favorite shade in the palette. It's so beautiful. I'm just gonna apply this to the apples of my cheeks and blend backwards. So for my highlighter, I'm gonna take the highlight shade from the Master Camo palette. It's a really gorgeous, very like subtle highlighter. So I'm just going to apply this right on the tops of my cheekbones. And you can see it adds a really beautiful, very subtle glow to the cheeks. I'm also gonna apply a little bit of this to my Cupid's bow, as well as to the bridge of my nose. Not the tip, just the bridge. So now for the brows, I'm gonna take my Brow Define and Fill Duo. This is in the shade Soft Brown. David actually bought this for me when we did the Boyfriend Buys My Makeup drugstore edition, and I've been using it so much since he bought it for me. It's a really awesome brow product. It's basically just a waxy pencil, but I do find it applies really nicely to the brows, and I'm able to get a really nice, very natural brow look, which is always ideal for me. So now to set my brows in place, I'm going to take the Brow Precise Fiber Voluminizer in Soft Brown. It's a really interesting product. It's almost like a flat brush, like the bristles are only on one side, which is really interesting. I've never seen a brow product like this before. So I'm just going to brush this through my brows. Oh, that actually works really well. So for my lips, I'm gonna take 530 Hot Sand. This is just a peachy nude. Now I'm actually gonna layer a little bit of honey pink right on top. And now for the cherry on top of the sundae, I'm gonna set my face with the Wear Boosting Setting Spray. And then that finishes off the whole entire look. So guys, that is it for today's makeup tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Definitely do not forget to send me photos if you end up recreating it. I love, love, love hearing from you guys. Of course, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye.